What's going on, everybody? Wired here. I hope you guys are all having a wonderful day. And I want to thank everybody for tuning in and listening. It's really appreciated. If you wouldn't mind, hit the like button, the subscribe button. It really helps out the algorithm, helps out the channel. But I got no intros for this video or anything like that. But this is a topic that's very sensitive, and it's also hits a little bit close to home for me. As an NFL player, Matt Araiza has lost NFL season due to gang rape accusation, but newly released information says he wasn't present. Now, I'm going to go into a little bit of a story time after I read the article, and if obviously just click off if you don't want to hear this. But this is a very, very serious thing that I think actually happens to more young men than anyone would actually like to admit. That, women can kind of just, walk back on their claims of consent. And I'm not saying this is always the case. Obviously, I think, situations of rape are horrible. And I think anyone who, is convicted of this and they've actually done it, they should actually receive the maximum, jail sentence possible. Because it's not conclusive to, our society. But I also feel the same way about women who make false allegations against men to try to ruin their lives with false allegations. And I don't think this topic really gets spoken up on enough. I don't think too many people want to speak out about it. And I've gone through something, probably not to the same extent. I didn't lose nearly what Matt Araiza has lost, but I do understand the impact of such allegations. So I just want to get into this article. Let's read here. Buffalo's Bill punter Matt Araiza, after an allegation surfaced that he participated in a grape with multiple people, few men, one woman. While he attended San Diego State University, the accuser filed a civil lawsuit against Araiza and 3 other men, including 2 former SDSU teammates. However, prosecutors in the San Diego District Attorney's Office declined to file criminal charges. According to the recently released transcript of a meeting between the accuser and prosecutors, investigators do not believe Araiza was present at the time of the alleged assault. In addition, the prosecutors told the accuser that from their investigation, they could not conclude that, some sort of a grape occurred. The lawsuit alleged that Araiza led the girl into the room where the alleged grape occurred. However, according to Yahoo, the district attorney's office concluded Araiza couldn't have led the girl into the alleged grape because he had left home at about 12:30 a.m., an hour prior to when evidence suggests the alleged grape occurred. Quote, he wasn't even at the party, unquote. Deputy District Attorney Trisha Amador explained to the girl, according to Yahoo. Araiza has maintained his innocence throughout the proceedings. His parents released a statement shortly after the lawsuit became public. They said Araiza was tried and convicted in the media, which we kind of all know that happens. If anyone keeps up on any social topics, look what happened with the whole Johnny Depp, Amber Heard thing. Not exactly an apples to apples comparison, but Johnny Depp was definitely convicted in the media and canceled before anything had actually come to light. And 6 years later, the trial happens and you find out that Amber Heard is full of ish. Just, completely nonsensical. Woman is, straight up narcissist, sociopath, psychopath, all that sort of stuff. But that didn't matter because Johnny Depp lost his place in Hollywood, all his accolades, all his movie awards. People were fine to slander and smear the guy. Yet Amber Heard is still in Aquaman 2, apparently, even though it's all been debunked. It's really just revolting, it really is. According to the recently released transcripts, Araiza did engage in sexual activity with the accuser. However, he maintains that it was consensual and he did not know the girl was under 18. Oh, well okay, that kind of changes the context of the situation. Obviously, always verify that the person, that's okay. A witness who was in the house gave a statement saying that at least one point in the party that you made a statement telling people at the party you were 18 Oh, okay. Amador explained to the accuser. Another witness at the party, a different one, says that they specifically heard you say you were 18. All right, well, that's not any better from an actual standpoint of getting with an underage person. Obviously, that's abhorrent, but if the person is trying to actually deceive people about their age, I don't know, maybe you should pull out your driver's license and verify. I don't know. That's that's a little bit of a sticky situation here. Then I retract my claim that, yeah, I would say that's more on her than him if she, willingly deceived him. The witnesses say that shortly after you arrived at the party, you left and came back shortly thereafter, Amador said, and you told a friend, I just had sex. You appear to be having fun and that the encounter on the side of the house with Matt, suspect Araiza, was consensual. You were approaching men at the party saying, I want you to explicative me, and if you don't explicative me, you're an explicative. Well, this just sounds like a wonderful human being. Wonderful person. This newly released transcript explains exactly why the DA's office declined to pursue charges. There are videos that show sexual contact between the accuser and the other men, not Araiza. However, the DA's office says they do not indicate grape. There's nothing in the videos that sound like you're saying stop or this hurts or anything like that. Ted Manzor, an investigator for the San Diego County District Attorney's Office, said. So essentially, what's happened here is this woman obviously was being deceptive and deceitful from the start. If you're, willingly misrepresenting your age or saying you're older than you're not, I mean, it still should probably be verified, but this guy's lost a lot from this. And for me personally, I know from personal experience that this is a real concern. I'm going to go into a little bit of story time here, just for why I do feel so impassioned about this. When I was 18 years old, I was a freshman in college. I was going out with this girl, dated for about a year. And, just, I guess, broke up. I'm not going to get into the messy details about that. I'm not going to say that I was right, she was wrong, or anything like that. We just kind of grew apart. We were very young. Had, differences in the relationship. There was no infidelity, no cheating, anything like that. Just two young college kids who kind of decided the relationship was, go our separate ways and whatnot. So then, I think after winter break, sophomore year, we broke up fall sophomore year. Winter break, sophomore year, came back. So start the spring semester. In my room, I was playing League of Legends, jungling fiddlesticks, if I remember correctly. She came in. One of my friends invited her up there. I was in a university suite. I had like 8 other roommates and a lot of other people friends with her, so that's whatever. And she told me she got it with one of my friends. And pretty much I said, listen, hey, that's none of my business, none of my concern. We're not together. It's totally fine. And then she pretty much said, well, he graped me. And I kind of just lost it. I was like, yeah, because I know this guy. I'm like, I don't think he would do that. Fast forward a month or two, I was taking out this new girl. And she found out. Then I had allegations against me from her, blasted on Facebook saying that I was responsible for graping her, which is obviously completely untrue. And I luckily I didn't suffer any financial losses. I didn't lose my place at the university, but just from the allegations alone, I was ostracized from my friend group. I felt very alone. I fell into a very big depression. There was really nothing I could do to prove my innocence or guilt or anything like that, because, I mean, what can I do other than say, hey, that never happened? But the one guy who was going really hard on me, one of my former friends, who really wanted to get with her, became obsessed with this girl, who didn't end up losing his virginity until he was 23, and that's no cap or anything like that. It's relevant to the story. Waited 3 years to get with this girl. And apparently they got drunk one night and they got together. 10 hours later, same thing happened to him. Blasted on Facebook for grape. So anyone who would accept this story, he'd be like, well, this woman has to be a great magnet. I mean, I would suppose it's like, that's I'm not saying it doesn't happen, and when it happens, that's completely horrible. And if it's true, I think these people should get the maximum sentence. I'm not trying to defend these people at all. What I'm saying though is that women can weaponize this type of stuff, and they can literally destroy men's lives over it. And they can do it over and over and over again to try to justify bad choices, or just try to, just destroy somebody's future. I think it's terrible. I think whatever happens, whatever the maximum sentence would be for a rapist should be the same thing for somebody who's accusing somebody falsely of doing it. That's what I think. But there's no consequences. There really isn't. All you say is, oh, we're not going to press charges because there's not enough evidence. Well, what about the person's reputation? You can lose a lot of stuff. You can lose your place in school. You can lose a job. You can lose a family. You can lose friends. You can lose, monetary assets. And it's not true. And yet we've been conditioned to believe all women, and as the Me Too movement has pretty much shown, that's really not a thing. It really can't be. Amber Heard kind of debunked all of that. Going back to that. I don't know. I just hate seeing stories like this where I really do feel for the person. Again, obviously, if they've done this, I have no sympathy for them. But if they haven't, I have no sympathy for the accuser. I really don't. I don't think this should be allowed. There should be harsher penalties imposed on this. You shouldn't be able to just ruin somebody's life over something like this. It affects you. It really does. It affects everything you do. It affects you really, for quite a long time. All it takes is a word, and your whole reputation, livelihood, career can be destroyed. But if it's debunked, you'll always have that cloud over your head. And they just get to walk off scot-free. It's not fair, it's not right, and there should be harsher penalties for it. So if this story is true, and this Mr. Matt Araiza was actually not involved, as the story claims, because they say they've investigated, he couldn't have been. I hope this woman who is falsely accusing him gets the maximum sentence allowed by law. But I'm sure, knowing the judicial system, I'm sure nothing will happen. Anyway, that's all I got. Leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, and I will catch you all in the next one. Sorry, this is a little more of a somber topic, but this is one that kind of hits close to home because, I actually do realize, at least to an extent, how such allegations can, really destroy somebody's life and really destroy their psyche, really, hurts your mental health. It can put you in a very dark place. And it's not fair for anyone to go through if, they haven't actually done anything. Thank you for listening this long. I'll catch you on the next one. Later.